What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you all. I hope you're all doing well out there and happy Friday. Today's video, I'm here to do a movie update or make a movie update for you guys. It's been a while since my last movie update. I've kind of sort of slowed down, buying movies, but the last 2 or 3 weeks I've kind of added titles. So there's a nice stack of movies here that I want to talk about and show off to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy everything that I'm going to show. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this movie update. Let me know what you guys think of these titles and let me know what you guys have picked up. I would love to know down in the comments below. Before I get started showing off these movies, I just want to give you guys a huge shout out and a thank you for reaching me over 3,900 subscribers. I think it's 3,920 subscribers now, which is crazy to think that I have that many subscribers and that you guys are watching these videos and loving these. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your love and support. We're getting close to 4,000 subscribers and I never thought I would get there. Never thought I would get where I am now. And I thank you guys so much for your love and support. You guys are definitely the best. You guys keep me going. I'm having a lot of fun making videos, but I love making them for you guys. So once again, just thank you for your love and support. It really means a lot to me. I'm starting to do live chats now. I'm going to try to do at least once a week or maybe twice a week. I'll do live chats. We'll see what happens, but I've had 2 awesome YouTubers, 2 awesome friends on here already. Nick from the Lost River Drive-In and Garrett from Born to Be Rad. They were a lot of fun. I had so much fun talking with them, and I had a lot of fun talking with you guys. And then I did my first Q&A live chat last night. I had such a great time, guys. So once again, just thank you for your love and support, and I just really appreciate you all. I consider you guys a lot of friends, a lot of you guys friends, and I love this community that we have. Just amazing. So once again, just thank you for your love and support, and always remember to be yourself. Love yourself. That's a message that I like to spread, and so every video I'm going to talk about that. So always love yourself. Always, just be the positive person that you are. And if you have a down day, just remember that the very next day, have that be a positive, uplifting day for you. So love you guys so much. So let's get started with the movie update. The first 5 movies I picked up were from a used movie store called Book and Music Exchange, I believe. They, sell used books, sell used CDs, DVDs, 4Ks, Blu-rays. Picked up 5 movies recently from that store, and they were 5 for $25, so that was a great deal. The first one I picked up is, let me kind of show these in a certain order. Picked up Romeo and Juliet from the 90s. Not the biggest fan of this, but I do have the director's other films, and I'm willing to give this another shot. It's been a long time since I've seen this, so I can't wait to watch that again. The next one is The Bodyguard. Sorry, I was putting them in a different order. The Bodyguard. I did not own this movie, so they had this here. Whitney Houston, rest in peace. Kevin Costner. I've only seen this movie, kind of bits and pieces of it, so I've never seen the full movie. I know that's a shame because I know this is considered a classic movie, but what I remember I loved, so I'm looking forward to finally watching the entire film. So The Bodyguard, I picked that one up. The next 2 are actually from the same director, Luc Besson. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. The first one is The Fifth Element. I did not own this movie. I know, shame on you, Justin. How did you not own this? I know this is considered a classic or cult classic for a lot of people, and so now I finally own it. I know it's on 4K, I believe, but for I think like $5, you can't beat that. So The Fifth Element. And then I wound up picking up Lucy, one of his latest movies that came out maybe about 5 years ago. I remember liking this one, so I wanted to add it to the collection. I have The Fifth Element, I have this movie, I have Valerian, and I'm looking forward to picking up a lot of other films from Luc Besson. So hopefully I said his name right. And the last one I picked up from this store was Varsity Blues, late 90s, I think late 90s, one of those teen drama films that came out surrounding football. I am not the biggest football fan, but I do love a good sports movie every once in a while. And I remember really enjoying this one. So I'm looking forward to rewatching Varsity Blues. Now going on to 3 movies that I got in the mail. I ordered these through Amazon. Big fan of the first movie. I enjoyed the second movie, and I've never seen the third movie. These are just fun, either early 2000s films, or I think the third one came out in 2015. But you got Barbershop here. I am a big fan of this movie. I love the first movie. I think it's hilarious. So I wanted to add it on Blu-ray when I found out that there was a Blu-ray release of Barbershop. So looking forward to revisiting that one. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Then I picked up Barbershop 2, Back in Business. Hopefully I said that right. Kind of sounds like I said it funny. Yes, Barbershop 2. Pretty good sequel from what I remember. Definitely not as good as the first movie, but I had the first movie. I have to own the rest. And this came with a slipcover, so pretty cool. And a clear case. That's pretty awesome. I'll show that real quick. So very neat there. Just some catalog titles that I wanted to own on Blu-ray and in my collection. So Barbershop 2. And then we got the third movie, The Next Cut. So picked up this one. I have yet to see the third movie, so I don't know too much about this one. Again, came out in like 2015 or 2016, maybe 2017. And looking forward to watching it. This was $3.99. The others were $11.99 a piece. So that was a really good deal on Amazon. The next one, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Pat. He sent this to me. We did a trade. Godzilla vs. Kong on 4K. So I saw this movie in theaters when it came out. Not one of my favorites within the universe. Honestly, my least favorite as of right now. I'm looking forward to rewatching it. But of course, I wanted to own this movie. I thought, let's pick it up on 4K. I had the other 3 previous movies on 4K within this universe. So I'm looking forward to rewatching this one. I remember the action scenes were really good. The special effects were great. I think it was just like the story overall I was a little bit more disappointed in. But I'm looking forward to rewatching it. I think this is going to be fun on the TV at home and just having a great time with it. So Godzilla vs. Kong, we'll see if my opinion changes on that. So the next 2, I have dived into the Criterion Sale. I don't know how crazy I'm going to go as far as the Criterion Sale goes. I'm tempted to get some other stuff, but I wanted to grab at least 2 of them right now. This movie I have yet to see. I've never seen this movie, but that is Moonstruck with Cher. I'm a big Cher fan, and there's movies of hers I have seen and movies I haven't. I've yet to see Moonstruck. There we go. So I'm looking forward to watching this one. They have another Blu-ray of this, but I'm like, why not just pick up the Criterion? Let that be the best viewing experience, the best transfer. And once again, you can't go wrong with Cher, and Nicolas Cage is in this as well. So you can't go wrong with Nicolas Cage. I know some of his movies are 50-50, but, I'm still a Nicolas Cage fan. And this one right here is a movie that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite comedies. Absolutely love it. And that is Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Again, one of my favorite comedies. I really, really love this movie. This is one of those classic 80s movies that you have to watch during the summertime. It has a good summer vibe to it. Your everyday kind of teenagers in this movie, young youths, surrounding their time in high school. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I did not know Cameron Crowe wrote this. I am just now getting into a lot of Cameron Crowe movies, and so he wrote this movie. He's wrote a couple other movies, and then he went on to direct movies. Can't talk. But Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Amy Heckerling directed this, who also directed Clueless, which is one of my other favorite teen young youth movies from the 90s. This right here, I hear this has two versions of the film. It has the theatrical version, and it also has the TV version. My buddy Garrett from Born to Be Rad was talking about that when I had him on my live chat. So I'm looking forward to seeing the TV version. I don't think I've ever seen that version of the movie. So Fast Times at Ridgemont High, had to upgrade this movie from my standard Blu-ray, and I'm looking forward to digging into that one as well. Going on, I got another movie that I love. I did not own this in the collection, but I remember seeing this movie with my buddy Doug, or Douglander, and absolutely loving it. And that is What's Up, Doc, with Barbara Streisand and Ryan O'Neal. Hilarious movie. I really love this movie. I did not know anything about this movie before I watched it with my buddy Doug, maybe a few years ago when we watched it. But I wound up loving it, absolutely loving it. So I picked up the Warner Archives Blu-ray. I finally own this movie in my collection, and I look forward to rewatching this movie very soon. So big fan of that one. Had to pick up some horror movie documentaries. I'm a big fan of documentaries. I especially love horror movie documentaries from, the Halloween 25 Years of Terror documentary, Never Sleep Again, the Crystal Lake documentary, the Friday the 13th documentary. In general, just horror movie documentaries. I love knowing the making of the films, knowing the kind of outcome of the movies, when they were released, what people thought of them, what people think about them now. So the first one is actually an upgrade for my DVD, and I thought this is a worthy movie to upgrade, or a worthy documentary to upgrade on Blu-ray, and that is Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy. So this is the first 7 films they're really talked about. I believe they talk about the remake, because at the time the remake was coming out when this documentary came out. They talk about it a little bit in the bonus features, but this really just covers the first 7 Elm Street movies. And I love Never Sleep Again. If you guys have never seen this, definitely pick this one up. If you guys have the DVD, I think it's worth upgrading on Blu-ray if you're a fan of the franchise, which I'm a fan of this franchise. So I had to pick it up. I have the Crystal Lake Memories. I think it's the Crystal Lake Memories documentary on Blu-ray. So I had to pick this one up to kind of go hand in hand with that documentary. So Never Sleep Again, really love that documentary. And this one I've never seen, but I'm a big fan of the movie, and that's the Monster Squad. So I got the documentary Wolfman's Got Nards. What I believe this documentary is about is the legacy of the Monster Squad and kind of the fan base that is now there, because I don't think the movie did well when it came out in the 80s. And I remember when the DVD from Lionsgate came out, and I had no idea what the movie was. I just picked it up to pick it up, and I wound up loving it. I now have the Lionsgate Blu-ray, and this is such a great movie. So I'm looking forward to seeing this documentary. If you guys have never seen the Monster Squad, do yourself a favor and pick that one up, watch it, stream it, whatever you can do, watch that. And I'm looking forward to seeing Wolfman's Got Nards. So that is going to be a great one. Sorry, my nose ditch. The next one is Career Opportunities. I ordered this one, pre-ordered this movie, wanted to grab this one, and came in the mail maybe about a week and a half ago. I've yet to watch it, but I love 80s comedies. I love 80s movies, 80s dramas, 80s comedies, 80s movies in general. I love, but I take this back because this is 1991, so I love 80s comedies. I love early 90s comedies. And it's John Hughes. So in general, when I see John Hughes has directed a movie, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to watch it. Or if he's involved somehow in the movie, I'm going to watch it. But Career Opportunities, I've never seen this movie. I look forward to checking it out, and maybe I'll review it. Maybe I'll talk about the Blu-ray. But looking forward to watching that one. Career Opportunities. Now going on to some really big titles that I'm really happy with. The first one is a film that I have seen and I love it, but I have yet to watch the Blu-ray transfer of this, and really haven't dug into the bonus features yet, and that is House of Wax from Scream Factory. I just got this in the mail maybe about an hour ago, so I'm looking forward to watching the new Blu-ray transfer, watching the bonus features, and I plan to review this on its own on my channel this weekend. So stay tuned for a review of the Scream Factory release of House of Wax. I'll just say this right now. I love this movie. It is one of my favorite slashers from the 2000s. We're definitely going to be talking about this during our Haddonfield High alumni live chat on Sunday. But House of Wax, yeah. For me, this is a staple. I love this movie. And, you know, Scream Factory was starting to release like a lot of the Ghost House picture films. You had House on Haunted Hill, the 1999 movie, 13 Ghosts, Ghost Ship. And I was like, you know what? Hopefully one day they release House of Wax. And they did. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to check this one out and let you guys know my opinions on the transfer and the bonus features. But really cool, guys. I love that artwork. My buddy Joel did that artwork. Absolutely love it. There's the back. And then, of course, you have the original artwork right there. So very cool. And it's not a recycled case. I know some releases from Scream Factory, they started doing recycled cases, and I hope they don't continue with that. But with these collector's editions, like with the King Kong one, I noticed they don't have the recycled cases. So, but House of Wax, guys, I am looking forward to watching this new transfer, talking about the bonus features, talking about the transfer with you guys. And it's going to be so much fun. So stay tuned for that on my channel, either tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday, sometime in the morning. So, but House of Wax, absolutely love that movie. The next one is a Blu-ray that finally came out here in the US. It is one of my favorite movies. A film that I watched as a kid, watched it on TV quite a bit, and, you know, every time that it would come on, I would watch it. I've yet to watch this Blu-ray, but I'm so excited that Paramount Presents released it, and that is Mommy Dearest, with not Joan Crawford, Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford, and everybody knows Mommy Dearest. And if you don't know if you haven't seen Mommy Dearest, you know about the movie. And I'm looking forward to watching the Blu-ray transfer. So if you guys want me to review this one, let me know, and I'll talk about the Blu-ray. But I hear it looks amazing. I hear it looks beautiful, and I'm looking forward to watching it on Blu-ray, checking out the bonus features, because I did not own this on DVD. Every time I saw this movie, it was on TV. So, but yeah, Mommy Dearest. I don't know if you would call it a classic. I'm going to call it a classic, but it's kind of one of those, just, I wouldn't say it's fun. It's very dramatic, and there's a lot of, kind of sad, dramatic things that go on in this movie, but it's become this fun, 80s classic type of movie. I noticed that some like bars will play like scenes of the movie, and people tend to like, talk with the movie. So it's become this like fun 80s movie that people tend to watch and have a good time with. It's a very dramatic, serious movie, but people have fun with it. I have a fun time with this movie. Again, it's sometimes hard to watch, but it's a great one. I've always loved Mommy Dearest, so I'm looking forward to watching that one on Blu-ray. I'm very excited about that. Again, I did not own the DVD, so every time I'd watch the movie, it was always on TV. I'm really excited to have this. Unfortunately, I don't know why the US hasn't released this yet. Maybe they have a release date now, but I had to pick up this 4K Steelbook from overseas. I'm glad I did, because the 4K picture quality looks and sounds beautiful. And that is Basic Instinct with Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone. So mine came a little dented, little dents on the back, and you can see there's one on the front. But I'm just really happy to have this on 4K. I know the US has announced this. I don't know when it's coming out, though. They said it was coming out, but there's no release date for it. So I could not wait. I had to pick this up somehow, and I found a copy on eBay. So had to pick it up. I love this movie. It is one of my favorite films. One of those, kind of cult classic 90s films. Michael Douglas is great in it. Sharon Stone's amazing. One of my favorite thrillers. And the picture and sound quality was beautiful. It's the best the movie's ever looked. colors were bright. When there was, nighttime scenes or, dark scenes throughout the movie, those dark tones, those colors, they looked really good too. I'm not like savvy when it comes to talking about like all the specs and everything when it comes to 4Ks. I'm just going to give you my opinion. Beautiful transfer. Absolutely loved it. Again, the best the movie's ever looked. And then the sound quality was great too. So if you are waiting for, the US to release it on 4K, and if you're a fan of it, definitely pick it up when they do release it, when the US does release it, if you're a fan of the movie. I'm a huge fan of this film. I love it. Again, one of my favorite 90s thrillers, and great cast here, great acting. Again, Sharon Stone is amazing in general. I love her. And Michael Douglas is awesome. But yeah, Basic Instinct on 4K. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is a box set. And I wound up picking up the UK box set because not only does it have the 4Ks, but it also has the Blu-rays. I traded in my previous Blu-ray set to get this one. And it's one of my favorite franchises. I debated originally if I was going to get this, but after hearing about the picture and sound qualities for all the movies, I had to grab this, and that is the Indiana Jones 4-film collection. Again, this is the UK release. Both the 4K and the Blu-rays are region-free. I believe the Blu-rays are region-free. It doesn't say they're region-locked at all, so I believe they're region-free. So 4Ks, those are always going to be region-free. So if you want to pick this up for the 4Ks and the Blu-rays, it's definitely worth getting. I know the US has a release too. So if you just want the 4Ks, there's a standard box set like this. It just doesn't come with the Blu-rays and some of the bonus features. But also Best Buy, which I don't know if they still have them, they have Steelbooks. So if you want to pick up the Steelbook box set, you can do that as well. I wound up picking up the UK set. I wanted both the 4Ks and the Blu-rays. Most of the time, I am going to watch the 4Ks, but the Blu-rays have bonus features on them that I want to go back and revisit at some point, and it's nice to have both formats. But Indiana Jones, the complete 4-film collection, you have Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, and The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So I watched The Last Crusade. I'm going to rewatch all these movies again on 4K. Not Last Crusade. Take that back. Raiders of the Lost Ark I watched. I have to watch the rest. But I watched the first movie on 4K last weekend. And let me tell you, beautiful transfer. And, there's some movies on 4K you can tell that they cleaned up and they look really good. And then there's some movies that you watch on 4K and they look good, but, was it worth picking up on 4K over your Blu-ray edition? Whatever movie that may be. I've noticed with especially older movies, when they clean those up on 4K, they look beautiful. This movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark, looked beautiful. Sounded beautiful, looked beautiful. I know the movie came out 40 years ago. It recently celebrated its 40th anniversary, but when you watch this movie, it feels like it came out 20 years ago. Maybe like 25 years ago. It does not feel 40 years old. It looks and sounds beautiful. You're definitely going to notice a lot of the day shots. They look amazing. Some of the little things that I noticed, the sweat on, Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford's face. You could see that sweat, and it is beautiful. That's weird to say, but it is beautiful. Paramount did an amazing job with the first movie, and I've heard that the other 3 movies look and sound beautiful as well. I'm really looking forward to watching Temple of Doom, which is my favorite of the franchise, and The Last Crusade, because those films were filmed in the 80s. They were filmed in the 80s. So they're definitely going to stand out the most compared to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I had to read that title one more time. But I hear that looks really good too. So very excited to have this. Again, it was something I debated on. I was like, do I need this in my collection? Is it worth owning on 4K? And I'm going through my collection and I'm like, you know what? I have Jaws, I have E.T., I have Halloween. I know we're getting some new Halloween 4Ks, which I might make a video on that and talk about. But, I have a lot of my favorite classic movies on 4K. And Indiana Jones is a fun ride. I have so much fun watching these movies. Even the fourth movie, I do not disown that movie. I think it's a lot of fun. Do I love it? Not really anymore. I loved it when it first came out, but I still have a great time with it. I just love a good action adventure movie. And I love this franchise for that. It's like you're going on a ride. It's like going on the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland. I think Disney World has it too, but I've been to Disneyland more, so I'm not sure if Disney World has that ride. But Disneyland, every time I go there, that is one of the rides I go on first. I have to go on the Indiana Jones ride. I absolutely love it. So very happy to own this. I'm glad I picked it up, guys. If they ever release these movies individually on 4K, and say if you don't want to spend the money on all 4 movies, but say if you're just a fan of the first movie, I can say this right now that the first movie looks and sounds beautiful. I hear Temple of Doom and I hear Last Crusade look beautiful as well. They look and sound beautiful. And I hear the fourth one looks and sounds great. So I'm looking forward to revisiting the other 3 movies. But again, from watching the first movie, that looks and sounds beautiful. So I'm sure the other movies are going to sound and look beautiful as well. So that is the Indiana Jones 4-film collection. This is, again, the UK set. It doesn't say if the Blu-rays are region locked, but I'm pretty sure, you can play those in any Blu-ray player. But the 4Ks, they're always going to be region free. So if you want to get the UK set, it's definitely worth picking up for, the 4Ks, the Blu-rays, the bonus features, because I know the US set only has the 4Ks and very little bonus features. So definitely pick this one up. Get the Steelbooks, get the 4K US set, or get the UK set with the Blu-rays and 4Ks inside it. But anyway, guys, that is my update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun talking about these movies. I'm not really going into detail with everything because there's still things I have to watch. But, talking about Indiana Jones, some of my favorite movies. Talking about Basic Instinct, that is one of my favorite thrillers. Mommy Dearest, I might not have seen the Blu-ray transfer yet, but I hear it looks beautiful. But I love that movie. And I love all these movies. I don't think there's one movie in this stack of movies. I take that back. Moonstruck I have not seen, but everything else I have seen. Did I see The Fifth Element? I might have seen bits and pieces of The Fifth Element and another movie in here somewhere. But I've seen most of these movies, guys. I love movies like we all do. I love physical media like we all do. And if you guys are a fan of any of these movies, definitely pick them up. Because if you love the movies, they're worth owning. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Once again, thank you for your love and support, following the channel, liking these videos, commenting, but most importantly, watching the videos. And thank you for all the support. Again, I'm not very close to 4,000 subscribers, but it's getting up there, and I really appreciate the love and support. You guys are the best. You guys are awesome. And stay tuned for many more videos to come, guys. So I'm looking forward to doing more live chats, more videos. My next video will probably be another horror movie boutique label video. So we'll see what company I go over next, but I'm having a lot of fun doing those. And like I said, if you guys have yet to follow Nick over at the Lost River Drive-In, definitely go subscribe to him. I'll leave his channel down below. I do live chats with him, and we are going to have one this Sunday talking about 2000s horror movies. And again, it's either 6 o'clock or 6:30. I will keep you guys posted. So stay tuned on my Instagram page for when I post that, or on YouTube. I'll leave, kind of a post in the community area of my channel. But as always, guys, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. In with the positive, out with the negative. Go eat some Skittles, and so much love to you all. And remember, always be yourself, because you guys are beautiful and you guys are amazing. So much love to you all, and I'll definitely talk to you guys soon. All right, guys. Bye.